morning. My name is Avrohom Kahn from the COJO of Flatbush, the Jewish Council of Flatbush, Director of Development. And I would like to speak to you about a community called Bayswater and the miraculous story of the beginning of the recovery of a community of Bayswater. We in COJO, from the time of the hurricane till today, has seen and watched miracles that were not to believe, not to be seen, and not to understand. From the day one, we went out, we were able to get food, clothing, shelter, and we were able to get people to fund and help with this community in such a format, in such a way that it's amazing how the world joined together in the time of crisis, in the time of need. When I was in Bayswater, 5 days after the storm, 4.5 days after the storm, after 3 trucks of stuff, supplies were already sent to Bayswater of food, clothing, and generators, just to get people's lives restarted again. We also spent a tremendous amount of time fundraising to get appliances, cash assistance, that people could get their boilers reinstated, to get their houses mold-free, to be able to rebuild in the proper way. We have seen miraculous miracles. People who were not even able to afford any type of construction are slowly but surely getting back into their homes with the help of the communities, the help of the outside sources to rebuild this beautiful community. I'd like to mention, there are times that I was there, we delivered beds, we delivered appliance carts, and when I went to home, we saw great miracles that nobody was injured, nobody was hurt. It was only damages that were to the homes, and that slowly but surely we're going to be able to rebuild. We have a little long way to go, and we need more funding, of course, but at the same time, we have so much to look back on, so many miracles to have done. I'll give you a great story. I get a phone call from someone in Manhattan. I have children's clothing, and I have no way to get it to you because there's no gas. At that period of time, there wasn't an ounce of gas to be found anywhere in New York, but I have so much clothing in a warehouse. At that time, I called one of our volunteers from our community, Nissan Gold, and he picked up 2 trailer loads of he found gas of clothing, put it in the truck, loaded it up, and then went to the Bayswater community to distribute it. It started the process, kept on going with other miracles. I met, at that period of time, the COJO of Upper West Side, Michael Landau, by a meeting, together with Harry Seidel, and we met, and they had such a beautiful vision of how to help the people get their appliances, to get back into their homes. And they sponsored thousands upon thousands of dollars of handing a car to a store to make the person feel like $1 million that he's buying his own appliance, not that he has to get an appliance that was sent to his house and fitted in just to be satisfied. He could go out to the store, buy his own appliance, feel like a human being, preserve the dignity of the human being. Then we went to the next step of handing out gift cards, Visa cards, that was helped by Rabbi David Cohen, the president of the Hatzalah organization, under the auspices of Mr. David Greenfeld, the assembly, the city councilman, and we were able to hand out over $500,000 of gift cards to the community. And this was done in a very quiet, nonchalant way. We walked in, we hand the cards, use it, spend it, enjoy it, rebuild your lives, feel that you have the self-dignity to go out and support your own family. And it's not that you're taking, but at the same time, you're a human being that is utilizing the services of the community that was out there for you. There's something I want to say about the Bayswater community, and I'm going to say it with a story. I was driving down Bay 32nd Street. I jumped out of the car and I saw two adults crying. The sixth day after the hurricane, husband and wife were sitting there on the stairs crying. They lost everything. They lost everything. And we have a big issue. What could we do to help them? They didn't know step one, step two, FEMA, no FEMA insurance. I said to them, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be back in a few minutes. I drove into Rockaway, Cedarhurst, downtown. There was an ice cream store that was open, and I bought ice cream. And I loaded up my little van with ice cream, as much as I could possibly can, and I was walking around serving ice cream. And people looked at me like I was out of my mind. Hurricane, ice cream. But I can tell you a little secret. It got some smiles on their faces, and it got them to rebuild. Today, I was there last Sunday. The contractors are in their home. Their life is going to be restarted due to the great efforts and financial abilities that were given through the COJO of Flatbush and many other organizations. We have to work together and unify this great purpose. I want to end with a small little story. It happened on a Motzei Shabbos. I drove into the Heller's home, who helped me formulate the list. Their home didn't have as much damage as many other homes, and they helped me formulate a list. And in walks a woman with her daughter, and her daughter turns to me in tears, crying that she lost everything. I said, what did you lose? I lost my blanket. I said, tell me, what color was your blanket? So she told me the color, where she bought it, which store she bought it. And I said to her, listen, everything's replaceable. I came to Bayswater Tuesday after, and I showed the mother all the blankets from that time. I bought each blanket from that time to make sure that she'll have her blanket back, and the mother picked out which one was the closest to her daughter's blanket. It makes you feel like a millionaire. It's not that you do charity, it's for some other people. When we do charity, you yourself feel the greatness to helping the next person to rebuild their lives for the future years. My blessing to the community is they should rebuild, they should be strong, and they should be fortunate to give to others and to be able to repay the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gifts that were given to them to other people that were maybe in need. And no matter who you are, to have this great feeling that you're able to help somebody without knowing them, just there because they're in need. Thank you very much, and have a good day.